when you look at Reese and Queen, they got to do a good job of taking advantage of that in the paint.
Corner shot, three on the way, drills it for Collin.
The dark, Utah Valley in the white, and the Lopes will have the first possession. This is Ray Harrison, number 0. He was the tournament MVP 2 years ago for Grand Canyon. Collin Moore's first jump shot is good, and GCU's got the first.
That plays in the NBA.
I just know Javante Johnson is familiar with Vegas. He played at New Mexico, Colorado State.
What it was.
Has played in a bunch of Mountain West tournament games here.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Grant Foster, look at the swarm. Nice pass! Moore, the finish. 6th career game across a few stops. Robinson, short on a 3, and there's Coles for the rebound. Collin Moore for 3, rattles it down. So much for the last 3 minutes, Dave, and a big part of that, UT Arlington finally showing some full court press.
Well, they are, and like I told you, for them to get back into this game, it all starts on this end of the floor right now. Defend without fouling, try and turn them over, and get some easy baskets.
They put the ball in the hands of the underclassman, Makai Williams, with so many vets on the floor like a Ray Harrison, who has been the point guard quarterback leader of the past.
Well, Makai and Coles, they've been carrying the team.
That's an and one.
Here in town. That's a special kind of height.
Moore for 3. That's off the bench. Phipps to inbound. Corner, Moore, 3. Bam!
That's exactly. He's only spent a year at GCU. He raves about the vibe on campus, the culture here. Really, really loves the fit here.
Oh, another beautiful assist.
12 rebounds. Him and Coles, 24 rebounds combined.
About a 20-second difference between game clock and shot clock.
Harrison trying to ice it here. Over to Coles. Drives on Heimbrock. Coles under the basket. Kicks out. Corner 3. Oh, ice in the veins.
If they're not dropping.
3 of 11. Another turnover. Phipps over to Collin Moore. Ba-bam! Most fans, no doubt, would like to see that. Oh, Talbot lost it. Nice poke from behind. Collin Moore! Detonation!
Now this is the way you end a half.
Coles, far side. Back over to Collin Moore. And on the near side, Makai Williams. Moore, 3-pointer. Good. Smith. Pushed back out. Wells almost lost it. Robinson does. Collin Moore. Detonation number 2.
His performance from the Lopes tonight. They already got 23 points off the bench. They're holding firm defensively.
Moore, 3. The bank is open. Robinson eyed by Collin Moore. Look at what he just did again. Collin Moore. Oh, he's... My goodness. Near side. Weaving his way around. Ward disrupted that. Collin Moore with the rebound. It's just 2 of their last 10 on the floor. Williams, corner. Moore has time for 3. Give it to him.
There you go, Collin.
Moore looked inside. Shaw covered heavily. Down, but Moore snuck in.
Whoa. What a crafty.
Pearson walks it up. Far side to Collin Moore. Up top, Brendan quickly to Shaw. Harrison freed up a little bit. Pushed over, swung to the corner. Collin Moore looking to move on Williams. Right hand underneath. Got the rule.
Wow, one and up and under by Collin Moore there.
Now 3 of 5 from behind the arc.
Grand Canyon trailing by 2 will have a chance to tie or take the lead on this trip down the floor. Take the lead right there on Thursday night.
Yes, we've had too many OTs now, Chris. Really good
Ware
block.
has it blocked. Still looking to get into double-double territory. Lopes running and go.
Ware is so good when it looks like there's no room to finish. He somehow weaves his magic and finishes through 2 Lopes.
10 points, 14 boards for Ware.
Underneath the defender's basket is that one, boy. There's just so many folks. If you can't face Brennan, if you get it past him, there's a war right behind it.
Yeah, Bristow altering his shot there at the rim instead of being tough and driving through that contact.
Moore moving right. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first half. Lopes trying to extend this lead. Extra pass to Moore. Three-pointer, got it to go. Crass with it. 3, 2, knocked away, and it's going to be turnover coming out the other way. Moore on the run out. A right-hand flush.
Loses control. Plays it into Luke Ward. That one won't go. Another attempt by Moore, and that one is finally good. And I think they just...
Lenhart back on the other corner. Wide by Williams. That's picked off. Collin Moore, how about putting it home?
Yeah.
He wasn't good.
Utah out of the timeout, get a couple looks at the basket. Felder cleans it up with the second offensive rebound for Southern Utah.
4 points and 4 rebounds with a block shot for Brock Felder, who has really come on in his second season here in Cedar City. Collin Moore buries a step. A deflection off of Collin Moore, and the official disagreed. At what point offensively do you start using all 30 seconds every possession if you're GCU?
I don't know if it's yet, but you can definitely be patient and wait till you get a good look like that.
Collin.
He failed to stick the landing on what was otherwise a very nice breakaway dunk.
We're underway in Phoenix. Lopes bring it up. Near side, Harrison. 14-point performance on Thursday for Harrison. Guarded by Miles. Near the elbow. Push back out. Brennan near the key. Cuts in. They're trying to weave through 3. Texans back over to Ray quickly. Williams, 3 to shoot. He's got to throw it up at the buzzer. Yes!
Collin Moore rescues him. That was some heavy lifting down there.
Jiro Jackson came back. Oh, here we go. Up high, Collin Moore. Heaves it up. Oh, hoop and a harm. Ooh, uncontested doesn't go for Mpaka. Moore, corner. Harrison climbed up for it. Trying to cross up Benjamin. Back to Coles. Coles puts it on the floor. Moves inside. Heavy traffic. Collin Moore with a kiss.
When Bryce Drew says Duke Brennan does all the stuff that makes it easy for his teammates, it's exactly what he's talking about.
Williams, Moore, baseline drive. Bam!
And Duke Brennan did a great job.
Five now for Keon Williams. Moore cuts into the paint. Little Euro with a kiss. How about it? To their winning ways. Stopping near the elbow. Doesn't get the bounce. Luke Ward, how about a second chance? Collin Moore on the floor. Has to push it back to Ward. Got a fresh 20 on the clock. It's down to 12 now. Coles. Harrison, far side. Up high now. Backs up. Swung near side. 7 to shoot. Moore, the crowd helping. That makes it! Collin Moore! 6 of 50.
That broke a streak of 24 consecutive misses from beyond the three-point line. Sometimes all it takes is one.
How about Brennan with the stop? Collin Moore, a little Euro with a kiss.
Maturity.
Long distance, front iron. Gets it back to Collin Moore. He'll take it. Slam it home! He'll take it back from Coles. Inside to Moore, thread the needle. Doesn't get the bounce. Moore went up for it. Puts it back in the bucket.
That's how strong.
Shut down, pushed over to Sibley. 3. No. Harrison brings it up. Into the corner. Moore, 3. Good.
There you go, Collin.
Langston trying to get up over the War, and he's stopped there by Luke War. Harrison, head on a swivel, finds Moore, corner 3. Bam! There. Moves a rebound away from a double-double. Off-balance shot. Brennan is there.
No need for quick shots here. Duke just got away with an elbow to Dominique Ford. It was inadvertent.
Moore. Spin move. Underhand and in. Back there. Dr. Charway. Coles. Bounce pass into Moore. The press is on. Back to Coles. Coles quickly. Crosses the timeline. Sibley. Back to Moore. And slams it home. Come out top. Regain. Now to Evans. Baseline. Back to Timberlake. Goes off of his fingertips. Harrison up to Collin Moore. Collin Moore with a teardrop.
Collin Moore said.
Now you miss.
Yeah, right.
Moore crosses over. Right hand wills his way.
Nice strong drive there.
Withers, bounce pass, Evans. Evans, he drives, tried to drive it home. Zion Grant Foster, no. Shaw, up high, Collin Moore drives it home.
Put the ball on the floor and go by him. He didn't look like he was interested in trying to drive until that moment.
One possession ball game, 24-21. Simo gets inside, drive, shot, score it all the way to the right.
Underway, 2-point GCU lead. Jimerson threads the needle. That's a turnover. Collin Moore on the run. Swopes on him. Cuts inside. Right hand, a hoop, and a hard.
Got him.
Into Coles. Coles, baseline. Heavy traffic. Bounce pass to Moore. He slices. Stoned by Avila. Hoop and a home.
Get to the ball in that time as hard as he tried.
Back and forth it goes. Tied at 45. Grant Foster to Collin Moore. Far side. Cuts into the paint. Jimerson, they try to free him up. Williams on him. Turning. Spinning. Baseline drive. Ooh, it rings out.
Good weak side help from Tyler Grant Foster. That was a big mismatch. Lopes got away with it.
Corner 3. Good!
I know they have to fixate on Isaiah Swope, but don't want to give up uncontested looks.
Williams up top. Near side, Collin Moore. Looked inside. Swung it over to Tyon Grant Foster. Quickly to Williams. Williams wants some support. Coles. Back to Moore. From the wing. Iron it in!
That's possession now.
His first field goal in a long time. He sat for an extended amount of time. Moore, 3 attempt. Good! Turnover. Coles, Tyon, 3-pointer. Oh, it rings out. Put back Collin Moore. Disruptive in the opening half when he came in.
Indeed.
Harrison up over the top to Brennan. Leaves for Moore. Crosses over. Spinning, twisting, turning, and in. Fresh shoes in the second half. Collin Moore steals it away from Gabe Spinelli. Moore, hoop and a harm.
Footwork right there by Tyron Lawrence to avoid the defenders getting all the way over to the left side of the goal.
Lawrence has 8, came in averaging 11. Harrison, kick out, nice pass to Collin Moore. That's a 3.
Push back out, Williams quickly to Beatty. Beatty up high. Far side, wrap. Ironing down into the hands of Harrison.
Ray 2K as they're calling him now.
Grant Foster. Collin Moore in front of the Rainbow Warriors bench, the 3. Oh, money. Namiksha checks in for the Rainbow Warriors. Turning. Falling. Harrison, no whistle. Cole, step back. Now out to Collin Moore. He'll cut into the paint. Driving. Left hand. In it.
What a...
Harrison motioning. Collin Moore to come out. Pulled over to Grant Foster. Into Coles, over to Moore. Three-pointer. Bam! Into a 2-point lead. They led at 1 point by 15. Grant Foster back iron. Big rebound. Harrison. Careful. Rush 20. But not over there. Bryce Drew up. Stopping and popping. Good! Collin Moore! Hoop and a harm!
Shot, beautiful play by Stanford.
Blake saw time in 31 games on a Duke squad that went to the Elite 8 last season. Putting up the best numbers by far in his college career. Moore, rainbow 3.
Impeccable jump shot is released on time. Great balance back into the zone.
More, and it settles in. So the 5th straight game, Reno has cleared at 20 points. Williams again, this time off the side of the glass. It ricochets to Moore. He hits, and he throws it in.
Boy, did he. Degree of difficulty baskets here. They're just hanging by their fingernails.
Harrison fighting it off. Moore, three-pointer. Yes! Leaks in the game. Over to Ings. Floater. No. Brennan's getting it.
That's really good recovery defense by the Lopes. Duke Brennan having none of it.
Cole stops quickly. Harrison, corner 3. Moore. Bam! Swung out. Grant Foster heaves up a 3. Rebound. Collin Moore with a kiss. Surprise there with 3 to shoot. Good D there by Mauer.
Couldn't finish at the rim with the big fella down there.
Grant Foster driving, push back out, corner 3. Bam!
There you go.
Eligibility after he tested the NBA waters but elected to return back to Grand Canyon for one final season.
The interesting thing, we asked him this at shoot around today, said, what was that experience like sitting out the first 2 games? He goes, I've learned a lot about this team. And a couple of the transfers that we'll talk about tonight, in particular Jacoby Coles, he feels like they are really good and should be a top 25 team in a very short period of time. Well, if you want to be a top 25 team, you got to win this game.
Up and under, and the first points.
Williams peels it away. Shaw looks for 3.
It pulls out. More, though. Bedford gave the Hilltoppers a big lift in their first game. Lost to Wichita State. Earned himself some more minutes tonight.
Moore cuts into the paint. Up and in with a kiss. Hilltoppers hitting 5 of their last 7 on the floor. Doesn't get the bounce to Stedford. Lopes on the run.
Smart defense from Jacoby there.
Williams driving, kick back out. Coles, he'll take it into the paint. Leave it for Makai Williams. Or no.
Shoot themselves out of rhythm from beyond the three-point line if you're not careful. Hopefully they've gone a little bit cold here.
TCU looking to take advantage. Moore, three-pointer. Good!
Boy, you can see what the Hilltoppers are doing. They're going for dribble penetration, kicking out to shooters outside the three-point line.
Bounce pass, Moore. Down and in. Get it to him. Tight D by Moore. Hippity hop doesn't go. Harrison peels away.
That is tenacious D right there from Collin Moore.
Harrison kick back out. Corner three. Moore. Bam! Step back. Harrison. Doesn't go. Foot back does. Collin Moore. The Sentin over at the scorer's table for the Titans. Coles back to Shaw. Swings it over to Moore. Three-pointer. Bam! Baseline out of bounds. Makai Williams. Finds Collin Moore. Guarded by Robinson. Swings it. Coles. Back over to Moore. Moore. Three-pointer. Bam! Comes from an athletic family. Moore. Three-pointer. Front iron. Williams on his horse. Collin Moore drives with a kiss. Freshman. East St. Louis High School. Under a minute to go. Lead is one for GCU. Coles. Heavy traffic. Moore turnaround with a kiss.
Great look.